Alright, so let's read this problem about heat transfer in cylindrical vessels. A pipe with inner and outer diameters equal to 15 and 16 centimeters respectively is covered by a layer of insulating material of thickness 10 centimeters. The thermal conductivity of the tube material is 50 watts per meter Kelvin, and the conductivity of the insulating material is 0.8 watts per meter Kelvin. The temperature of the inside surface of the pipe is 673 Kelvin, and the outside surface of the insulation naman is 323 Kelvin. We are asked to find the heat loss pala for 10 meter length of pipe and the interfacial temperature. So basically, ang most common application of heat transfer in cylinders is yung mga piping systems natin. Tulad dito sa problem na to. Naglagay tayo ng insulation na kung mapapansin nyo ay mas mababa yung thermal conductivity kumpara dun sa pipe mismo dahil para mas mababa yung heat loss. Ang laki ng difference niyan. From 50, naging 0.08 yung thermal conductivity ng insulation na lalagay natin. So, what are we asked to find? We are asked to find the heat loss, which is denoted by Q in heat transfer. And we are also asked to find the interfacial temperature. Let's just say the interfacial temperature ay T sub IF para interfacial. Ayan, para social. Ayun, paano natin sila hanapin? For unang atake mo dyan lagi ay isulat yung given, in which ay nasulat na naman natin dito yung mga given dito sa problem natin. We have an inner and outer diameter. May given a thickness ng insulation. Meron din tayong thermal conductivity ng tube tsaka ng insulating material. Tapos merong temperature inside the pipe and outside the pipe. Tsaka yung haba ng pipe natin na 10 meters. So, anong una natin gagawin? Para ma-visualize natin, kailangan nating makita. Ibig sabihin, mas maganda kung i-drawing natin siya. Di ba meron daw tayong pipe? Ang pipe natin may inner diameter. Yan. Tapos may outside diameter din. Kopihin lang natin to. Tapos, yung outside diameter niya, syempre, mas malaki sa inner diameter. Tapos, naglagay tayo ng naglagay tayo ng insulating material na may thickness daw na 10 centimeters. Ibig sabihin, magkakaroon pa tayo ng isa pang layer. Ilan ang diameter natin dyan? We have 3. Kung 3 ang diameter, ibig sabihin, 3 din ang ating radius. We have R1 from the center. Also have our radius number 2. Ay, pangit. Pwede na yan. Tapos, we have here our radius number 3 kung saan yun na yung it takes the whole pipe as a whole. Ay, yung buong diameter. Yung pinakamalaking diameter ay yung outer diameter. Okay. Tapos, meron daw tayo dyang ang length is given na 10 meters. Let's just say na 10 meters na yan. Kunyari, hanggang dyan. This is 10 meters. This is our length. Okay? Ayan. Di mas alam natin yung nangyayari ngayon ng heat transfer. Kasi na-drawing natin siya. And base sa problem, look at this guys. 673 inside surface. Ibig sabihin, mas mainit sa loob. Siguro may laman yung pipe natin na mainit mainit na fluid siguro. Could be steam or whatever. Basta mas mainit sa loob. Mas mainit sa loob. Siguro mas maganda is let's also draw the thermal circuit. Yeah. Okay. This would be our temperature inside. Tapos, meron tayong may dadaanan tayong mga layers of insulation and also the pipe, which will produce a resistance to heat transfer. Yan, this is our first layer. And then, ito yung interfacial temperature na pinapahanap din sa atin. Tapos yung pangalawang layer, which is the layer of the insulating material. Tapos sa pandulo naman, ang dulong temperature natin is the outside temperature. Wala namang given na convection heat transfer coefficient, so we only have resistance due to conduction pareho. This part ay resistance ng tube natin, ng pipe natin, let's just say RP. And this one naman is RI, which is resistance gawa ng insulating material natin. Itong thermal circuit naman, hindi naman siya required, pero mas maganda kasing may ganan para kita mo yung flow. Meron kang diagram kung ano yung mga resistances present sa system. Ayan. In this case, we only have 2. It's much simpler problem. So, anong gagamitin nating formula? We will use the formula for cylinders, in which ito lang yun. Dito lang sila umiikot. Yan. For cylinders, ang total resistance niyan is Ln ng outer diameter over inside diameter, or kaya naman in terms of radius, outer radius over inside radius over 2 pi kl. May palatandaan ako dyan. Dalawang kupal. Diba? 2 pi kl. Dalawang kupal. Pwede na yan. Gagawan mo lang lahat ng palatandaan para hindi ka malito. Diba? Pwede yan. Delta T over Ln ng Ro over Ri. Dalawang kupal. Diba? Tapos, banatan mo na. Tapos, huwag mo din pakalimutan na ang surface area ng cylinder ay pi dl, in which d is the diameter and l is the length, or kaya naman in terms of radius, 2 pi rl. Okay? Now, let's solve this problem using our formula for heat transfer in cylinders. Q is equal to, lagi niyong tatandaan na ang delta T doon is higher minus lower. In this case, anong mas mataas? Mas mataas yung inner temperature kumpara sa outer temperature. So, let's just say our delta T is the inner minus the lower temperature natin, diba? Ayan. Okay. Tapos, dalawa yung ano natin, layers. We have layer 1. Ito part na to. Yan yung sa tube natin, sa pipe. Sa pipe pa lang yan. And we have the insulating material na ito. Yeah. Okay. Now, lagay natin dyan. Resistance ng pipe muna is what? Ln ng, diba meron tayong thickness pala? I forgot. Kailangan natin ng pangatlong diameter. Ano yung pangatlong diameter natin? It's given by, let's just say D3 na lang. D3 is equal to D2. Yung diameter bago siya, tapos i-add mo yung dalawang thickness since magkabila yan. So, that would be equal to what? Ang D2 natin ay, ano yung D2 natin? Yung outer diameter, 16 plus 2 times the thickness, in which in this case is 10, ito. Okay? Times 10. Tapos pag pinindot mo yan sa calcu, o kaya kaya mo namang manu-manuhin, di ba? 16 plus 2 times 10, that would be 36. And that is in centimeters, mga kasama. Na yun, alam na natin ang diameter 1 natin is 15, diameter 2 is 16, and diameter 3 is 36. Okay, now we can now proceed. Pero, lagay muna natin sila as variables para lang kita natin yung formula. Para substitute na lang tayo. This is D2 over D1. Okay? Over dalawang kupal. 2 pi. K ng ano to? This is K pa lang ng tube natin, which is 50 watts per meter Kelvin. Let's just say K sub T. Tapos yung length. Plus, yung layer naman ng insulating material natin. Okay? And that would be D3 over D2. Just enclose everything in a parenthesis. Tapos, dalawang kupal ulit. 2 pi. Ano yung K dito? K naman ng insulating material natin in which in this case is 0.08 watts per meter Kelvin. Let's just say K sub I times L. At kung mapapansin natin dito mga kasama, ito pala, 2 pi and L is common in both. Para mas madali ang pagpindot natin, kasi gusto naman talaga natin na madali ang pagpindot, we could factor both of them sa dalawang terms na yan. So, lalabas na Ti minus To. Alright. Tapos, labas mo lang sila. Labas natin si 1 over 2 pi L. 2 pi L. Ang matitira na lang is yung Ln ng dalawang diameters tsaka yung magkaibang K. So, we will end up with Ln over D2 over D1 pa din. Since na-factor out na natin yung 2 pi and L, K na lang nandito for the tube. And Ln ng D3 over D2. Okay. For the insulating material naman, which is K sub I. Tapos, we simply plug in our values. And based sa values natin, ito yung mga values natin. Okay. Para kita. Yan, 673, 323 Kelvin. Ang length ay 10. Tapos, yung diameters natin is 15, 16, and 36. For the tube, ang K ay 50. And for the insulating material is 0.08. Tapos, salpak na lang natin sila. We simply plug in. Dito na lang natin lagay para diretso na, diba? Dito na lang, okay? Alright, very good. Sana nasusundan nyo, guys. Ti, we have the inside temperature, mainit. Lagi nyong tatandaan that heat always flows from the hotter region to the colder region. Hindi pwedeng magbaliktad yan unless you exert input, external work or something that would change or reverse the process. Kasi kailangan mo ng work or energy to do that. So, our inside temperature is what? 673 Kelvin. Sige, lagay natin yung units mamaya. 323. Itong dalawang ito ay naka-Kelvin. Lagay ko na lang sa labas for much simpler cancellation of units later. Para lang makita natin yung unit analysis, di ba? Mahalaga sa ME yun. Pag magaling ka nga sa units, parang kaya mo na sagutan lahat eh. Sa units ka lang magbabase. So, finactor out natin si 2 pi, which is unitless. Tapos, ang length natin is 10 meters, if I'm not mistaken. And then, we proceed with dito sa Ln D2 over D1. Bakit po diameter ang ginamit natin? Hindi po ba radius? It's up to you kasi magka-cancel lang naman yan. Kung radius, diba? Kung radius ang gusto mo, the diameter 2 over 2 over diameter 1 over 2, cancel lang yung 2. Kaya, it doesn't necessarily matter kung anong gamitin natin. Pati sa units, cancel yan. Anong dito natin? Our diameter 2 is 16 centimeters. Alagay natin para lang makita natin yung cancellation. Tapos D1 is 15 centimeters. All over K, thermal conductivity ng tube natin, K sub T, in which is in this case 50 watts per meter Kelvin. Sige, lagay natin watts per meter Kelvin. Pangit sumulat. Pwede na yan. Basta naintindihan nyo, okay? Plus Ln ng D3 over D2 naman. Yung ang D3 natin is yung 36 na na-compute natin kanina. 36 centimeters over D2 na. 16 centimeters, okay? All over yung thermal conductivity ng insulating material natin, which is 0.08. 0.08 watts per meter Kelvin as well. Tapos yun, shoot na. Pipindutin mo na lang yan sa calculator. At dapat, ang lalabas na unit, di ba, Q lang naman ang hinahanap dyan. May given naman lahat na length. Okay? Magka-cancel dyan yung Kelvin. Magka-cancel din yung meters. Tapos mag-a-add up lang yung watts. Tapos tataas yan dito. Giging tataas dito yung watts. So, our final unit must be in watts. Okay? Now, if you plug everything into your calculator, you will get a final answer of, okay, pindot lang tayo, 2169 point, let's just use 4 decimal places for more accurate answers. 2169.1976, and our unit is in watts. Okay, that would be the answer for sa una nating hinahanap, which is yung heat loss. Alright, mapapansin nyo na pinapahanap din yung ano nga ulit yun? The interfacial temperature, which is this TIF. Yan, kailangan din natin siya hanapin kasi pinapahanap kung anong sinasabi ng problem, yun ang hahanapin mo. 'Di ba? Okay, mga kasama. Wait, ayusin lang natin yung solution natin. Let's palitin lang natin ito ng konti para cute. 'Di ba cute yung mga maliliit? Ayan. Okay. So, dito na lang natin i-solve sa kabila. Dito sa part na to. Let's just add boundary. Boundary. Okay, pwede na yan. Tapos, alam natin, by the principle of steady-state heat conduction, ang heat transfer sa bawat segment dyan ay equal. Ibig sabihin, we can use that principle para ma-solve ang nawawalang interfacial temperature ng pipe tsaka insulating material. Diba? Heat always flows from the hotter region to the colder region. From the region of high energy to the region of low energy. Ibig sabihin, ang Q natin, ang heat transfer natin is going through this direction. Paparito lahat. Papunta siya sa mababang temperature. Ibig sabihin, Ti is greater than TIF, but TIF is greater than the outer temperature. Okay? Now, solving, ang gagamitin lang po natin, since TIF lang hinahanap, is this segment. Yan. Ang resistance lang is the resistance of the pipe. So, what would be our equation? Let's write it para mas makita natin siya, guys. Okay? Q is by steady state, by the principle of steady state heat conduction, equal lang yan, Ti minus the interfacial temperature over, since iisa lang yung resistance sa pagitan nila, yun lang gagamitin natin, which is the resistance of the pipe, Ln ng D2 over D1 all over 2 pi, dalawang kupal, 2 pi K ng, is that for nung gamit natin kanina, K ng tube times the length. Tapos we just simply atin nang i-manipulate to, tataas to dito, magmumultiply siya sa Q, di ba? Tapos anong mangyayari sa Ti? Pwede natin silang pagbalik na rin para mag-cancel out lang yung negative sign. Okay? Sulat natin. Diretso na ha. Our interfacial temperature would be equal to the inside temperature minus Q times itong nasa ilalim. Yan, shortcut para di na natin siya isulat ulit. Ayan. Tapos, salpak na lang tayo ng values. And our final unit should be in Kelvin. Pag naging watts yan, mag-isip ka, temperature, naka-watts. Ayan. So, anyway, let's just plug in our values. Ti is equal to, the inside temperature is 673. 673. That is in Kelvin. Tapos, ang heat natin kanina, heat loss is 2169 pala. Sorry, 2169.1976 times, let's just put this in a bracket para mas organize. D2 is 16, D1 is 15 all over 2 pi, K is 50, and our length is, anong length natin? 10. Yeah, that would be the values. And again, this should be in Kelvin. Tapos, pag pinindot natin yun sa calculator, ang lalabas na sagot for our interfacial temperature will be 672.9554 Kelvin. That is our value for yung hinahanap nating interfacial temperature. So, dyan lang umiikot yung mga heat transfer sa cylinders, or basically most applicable sa mga pipes natin. Alright, that is all. Nakahanap na natin yung Q, 2169.1976, and the interfacial temperature ng pipe tsaka ng insulating material, which is equal to 672.9554.